So what we're not going to do in 2023 is worship people and their stuff, aka what Eric Thomas calls it, low-hanging fruit. We are not worshiping them and all of their stuff, okay? Ask yourself, who are they without the stuff? The people that you follow, right, on social media, who are they without the stuff? So yes, they got this Tesla, they got this Maserati, she's sweet, okay, they got this luxury home, we see you, but who are they without all of that? Who are they at their core? Who are they? And this is what I mean by your core. Without the stuff, what is their character like? What is their work ethic? What is their integrity? What is their ingenuity? And what is their faith? I'm not impressed by your Maserati or your Tesla. I'm impressed by your greatness, right? I'm gonna say that again. I'm not impressed by your Maserati or your Tesla. I'm impressed by your greatness. I'm impressed by the grit, the grind that can't be bought. Say it loud, CC, for the people in the back. And this is what I want to encourage you to do too. Do not be moved by the material stuff, right? A lot of them, if they didn't have the material things, they wouldn't even be average. Some of y'all are giants, yet you following them when they should be following you. And that's facts. If you can see the greatness that I can see inside of you, if you understand the anointing on your life, some of y'all are giants. Yet I don't know what you're doing. Some of y'all are giants. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing because we not following. You influence the masses. The masses don't influence you. Any hoodle, I said all that to say, who are they without the stuff, right? Because them showing you the stuff without grit and without the anointing. When you're going through hell and hot water, you don't want to see no Tesla. You don't want to see it's the anointing and the grit that's going to get you through. It's the anointing and the grit that's going to pull you out of your lowest place. It's the anointing. And some things only come from God. It can't be conjured up. It can't be mimicked. It only comes from God. And it only comes from you going through the process, right? Figuring it out. For you, if this praying to do that, then you do that. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and hit on, I'm kind of ping pong, I'm gonna bounce all around. I got some topics I want to talk about. The greats that I follow, they acknowledge God on some level. They either fear God, they acknowledge God. They don't go around saying, oh, it was them that built this. No, it was God that built this. It was God that built this. Without him, I'm nothing. Like, I don't know who you serve, but here's the thing. Eric Thomas talked about, yes, I'm referring to different people. I'm referring to greats because these are the people I follow. He refers it to an anchor. I refer it to the source. Without a source or without an anchor, like, you won't be sustained for the long haul. Yeah, you got the stuff now, you got it quick, but will you be sustained, right? That grit and that grind, it can't be bought. I'll say that again. Say it loud for the people in the back, CC. The grit and the grind, it can't be bought. You can only get that by going through the process. And I'm not even going to front. I did check out my video called To Follow or Not to Follow. I had to do a huge unfollowing, y'all. I was like, girl, you walking in excellence. Girl, you know who you are. Like, stop playing. You following people that should be following you. So I had to do a huge unfollowing. I made a video, check that out, called To Follow or Not to Follow. So yes, they got all the stuff, but the stuff won't sustain them. The anointing and the grit will, right? Wisdom. Those are the things that's going to sustain you. And when I say wisdom, I'm specifically talking about godly wisdom, right? How does God refer to wisdom? So you worshiping people because of the stuff, because of the AKA low-hanging fruit, who ain't even got a covering over their life. What I mean by that, they don't have a divine relationship. They don't have a divine, what I consider divine covering, protection over their life. And you worshiping them, God ain't even their source. And it's like you bowing to them or something. I don't know. This is how I see it. And I ain't the only one that's called it out. Like, my thing is, see your word, right? My thing is, I follow people, like I said, that understand it was God that built this. I follow people that have a servant mentality, that have acts of service. Let me clarify that. Acts of service mentality, right? Humble millionaires, humble, grinding, sun up to sundown, multiple jobs, doing what they had to do to make that 6 figures, doing what they had to do to become, I can't say self-millionaires, what God had enabled them to achieve 6 and 7 figures, right? These are the people that I follow. For one, they know the process. 2, they give the glory and they give honor to God. They understand it wasn't them. So they always gonna have a certain level of humbleness to them. They know their worth, so they ain't bowing now. Don't get it twisted. They know they're great. But at the same time, they understand that God is greater. They understand that without him, they are nothing. And I'm going to say that again. As for me and my household, without God, I am nothing. In addition, so I ask you, why are you following people that should be following you? Why are you following people that should be following you? Another thing, greatness is right in your backyard. Greatness is right in your backyard. Who's great in your community? Like, I'm not really moved by a lot of the, big names or whatever you want to call it. Like, I know greatness right here in my community and have actually for over a decade. Like, I know great. I know when there's an entrepreneur that start a new business in wherever, Like, I understand, I'm in tune with my community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, my whole purpose of leveling up is to give back, having that heart of service. Like, the things that the impact, the positive impact, the way I want to give back, that's why I grind. That's why I stay true to my greatness. Because I know that I'm supposed to be a giver, a lender, and a doer, right? So I said all that to say it's greatness right in your backyard. Who is it in your community that you need to reach out to, that you need to acknowledge, that you need to even probably align yourself with? Let them know that you in, like, if you started a business, let them know you got a business. You wrote a book? I wrote a book. I'm an author. Let them know. Like, say that. Put your name out there. Stop worshiping, people that you ain't even met. You don't even really know what they're about at their core, all because they got the number of subscribers, all because they got this Tesla, this Bugatti, this Maserati. Oh, we can go on and name all the stuff, all the latest designers. I know them all, honey. I'm not moved by that. I've been around that, okay? So some of y'all, and hopefully this is not moving, my camera's not moving because I'm having, anywho, like I was saying, some of y'all are giants in the spirit. Some of y'all are walking in excellence, yet you don't get sidetracked. Don't get because it's deception really is what it is. It's don't be deceived. Don't be sidetracked by material things. Like, understand, if you stay true to who you are, understand if you seek, like, wisdom, the grind, right? The grit, the process. Fall in love with that. Because that's what all the greats, like, if you don't study any, but study the true greats. The true greats, like they said, all of the stuff, the money, that's level 1. That's level 1. True wealth, true greatness, it's many levels. It's many levels. So I said all that to say, stay true to who you are. I got a whole video talking about staying true to who you are. I think I mentioned this earlier, and I'll mention it again. Go check out my video on to follow or not to follow. And if you need to do a huge unfollowing, check yourself. Like, check yourself and ask, are they aligned with who you say you are? Are they aligned with who you say you are and where you're going? Okay? Where you're headed, where you're going, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, are they aligned? And it's okay to unfollow. It's not that serious. Everyone have an audience, right? Everyone have an audience. I supposed to reach my audience. You supposed to reach your audience, whatever impact you supposed to have. And here's the thing: once you understand this, you understand there's no competition, right? Because can't nobody do it. Can't nobody reach them like how I can reach them. Because it's an anointing from God. Can't nobody do it like how you can do it. I don't want your audience, and I'm coming for my audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at on all of this. Understand that. Like, understand, stay true to who you are. Stay true to your course. Stay true to what God has for you. And it's going to be great. Like, I'm here to tell you, it's going to be great. Like, stay true to that. Don't get sidetracked by all the stuff. I said this before and I'll say it again. I didn't come to social media for identity. I didn't come to social media for self-worth, right? But it's okay if you did come to social media and you need help with that. Shout out Trent. Okay, check out Trent Shelton, one of the top motivational speakers of our time. That can really help. Those videos can really help you, and his community can really help you with your self-worth. I'm gonna stay in my lane of brilliance. I'm gonna keep doing me. Okay, I am personal development, what I'm giving you right now, and I am motivation. Okay, I'm greatness, but you know that's a whole nother. Anywho, so yeah, staying true, to who you are at your core. Understand, if we don't worship anything, worship wisdom, like worship the anointing. You know what I'm saying? Like, worship the source of where you get all, and that is all. You know what I'm saying? Like, worship that, if anything. Ask yourself this also, when you following somebody, without the stuff, would they really show up though? Would they still show up though? Without all the stuff, would they still show up and walk in their greatness, right? At their lowest. I'm gonna give you a quote. This is a quote that I said, and it just came out of going through the process. Whatever you do at your lowest, it will magnify at its highest. Whatever you do at your lowest, it will magnify at your highest. So if you don't have integrity, you ain't got grit, you don't have those things at your lowest, when all the stuff come, it's not going to change. Like, you got to get that, and all of that come from going through the process. So any hoodle, on a lighter note, should we say, on a lighter note, I will say it's about 3 to 5% of people I do follow that are just all for humor. They make me laugh because I understand that laughter is part of our greatness, right? But yeah, I definitely wanted to, set the tone for this video. I wanted to set the tone for this video because a lot of you guys need to hear this. You need to understand your greatness, what we not doing. But you know what though? Like, thank God, give your child self-esteem. Like, and I don't know if that's just a gift. I don't know what it is. I just know God bless me. Self-worth. And even through, like, as a child, like I had it, and it helped me, like, along with wisdom in the book of Proverbs. But it helped me in some of my darkest moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, and did I say I don't like the word darkest? In my most challenging times, right? It pulled me up. It pulled me up. It pulled me out, right? That positive inner self-talk. That's what you want, right? But where is that going to come from, though, if you don't impart it? If you don't, I mean, I don't, God gave me mine. I, you know, in life, you know, just thank God for just life experiences. I would say that. Thank God for just life experience. But impart in your child greatness. Speak greatness into your child's life. Speak to them. Teach them how to have positive inner self dialogue, right? It's very important what you say between you and you. When it's just you and you, right? I love me some me. I love me some me, right? I'm gonna choose greatness and I'm gonna choose me, right? When you're dealing, because that's what that child need to know when they going through a hard time, when they going through like they need to know their worth. They need to know that their worth is great, and I serve, you know what I'm saying? God is greatness and he created greatness. He want me to be blessed. He want me to thrive. And once I understand that, I'm not accepting anything, like it's a wrap. If God said it, it's a wrap. What else I want to tell y'all? Yeah, it's okay to do a huge unfollowing. It's okay to do, and maybe you just need to, you know, and like sometimes you just, and here's when you know you need to go through and do a huge unfollowing. When you scrolling through your social media and you just be like, who is it? What? I'm following them for, when did I follow them? Like, really, they might have just had something cute. That's why I said don't just like be so quick to like, just make sure they align, right? Make sure they align. When I go to social media, this is how I see. When I go to social media, everybody that I'm following, they either represent, oh, they teaching me about finances, you teaching me about health and wellness. Like, they are a tool for me to level up. They are assets. They are bringing to my life. They are pouring into my life. I don't got time to just be following somebody just to be following somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, following them for what? What are they bringing to the table? Like, seriously, I'm sitting here sitting at the table, but what are they bringing to the table? And even for content creators, like right now, my lighting is not the best right now. I probably put a filter on this, but I know that this message is gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that these are gems. I know that I'm dropping gems of wisdom. That's another thing. What you pour into you will come out of you. You know, a lot of people say, oh, well, I didn't mean to say that. Whatever's in your heart, you will say, right? You pour greatness in your heart. You pour personal development. You pour wisdom. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. So that's why I said, live a life like that to where you ain't got to be like, oh, I didn't mean to say. No, I mean to say everything I say because I know what's in me. Like, I know what's in me and God knows what's in me. So use your words to empower, to encourage, to motivate. I think I might have to do a part 2 of this video. But yeah, definitely check out my video to follow or to unfollow. It may be a part 2 to this, or I might wait and come back and touch on it another time, just like I did with to follow or not to follow, because now I see that this is kind of in that sector, right? If this is your jam, if you like this kind of content, come and join my community. I would love to have you. I post videos on a regular. I'm sitting down today, but your girl posts content constantly. I'm constantly posting content. You see me sitting here today, but you might see me out at the park tomorrow morning, okay? Out there getting it, talking to y'all, motivating, encouraging, doing what I have been put on this planet to do. I don't think, I know beyond doubt, this is what I've been created to do. Anywho, stay great is what I like to say. I'm Unfiltered CC, all about grit, grind, and greatness. I love you. Have a good day.